In Central Park, it's 45 going down to 37. I'm meteorologist Bob Spurbeck in the WCBS Weather Center.
WCBS News Time 10:10.
Hi, I'm Emily from the Con Edison Green.
So, as you can see, that was WCBS from New York City. I am receiving that in Toronto, Canada, actually, which has to be over 600 miles. And, I mean, that's a pretty far distance for a radio station to travel, but our own Ionosphere actually helps us, because there's something called the Skywave, where during the day the radio stations just travel across the ground. It only applies to AM, really. AM radio stations travel across the ground. So, like, during the day, the station will only serve, like, the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area. But at night, it doesn't travel along the ground. It will actually go up into the sky. And then there's a layer in our atmosphere about 60 kilometers above the Earth called the Ionosphere. And, I mean, it just bounces off and then bounces back down to Earth. So you saw how clear I'm getting it in Toronto from New York. I can also, I'm going to be posting this as well. I also just got AM 780 from Chicago. I mean, this is, Skywave is pretty cool, because I can listen to long distance AM radio stations on my 1960s Motorola radio. One tip I do have is, if you are listening to Skywave, try to listen to it on an old radio.
Because new technology isn't really that great. It's honestly cheap and terribly manufactured, whereas old things were made with quality and they were built to last.
But with the old radio, I can get most of Eastern Canada and United States. So, I mean, use the old radios. They're the best bet. So, tune in, have a listen to the Skywave.
Pass a bill protecting the privacy of permit holders. Lots of fights on the ice. We'll take a break, get to sports in just over a minute. WCBS News Time, 10:13.
Hey, this is Sean Hannity. We'll be right back on WBEN.
You're welcome. That's Vicki Hart of Hart Productions, the producers of the Cincinnati Travel, Sports, and Boat Show, underway until January 27th at the Duke Energy Center in downtown Queen City. Next up, we're going to talk to walleye pro Mark Martin about catching walleyes this time of year through hard water or soft with Buckeye Sportsman, including WMPO in Middleport, WKBN in Youngstown, WPCR in Port Clinton, and WWVA in Wheeling. My next guest.
Country 1380 on Drew as we continue with this long.